Greetings. My name is Raymond Badalian. I'm a professor of mathematics at Los Angeles City College, and I'd like to take this opportunity to present to you the importance of statistics and data in our world today. And as you see, the topic of my presentation is called the key to evolution, which is precisely what statistics and data is. In the past few decades, the explosion of technology and the ability of us to have access to the digital world has made data become the most valuable commodity. As they say, data is the new oil. And to manage this data and to be able to work with it, the knowledge of statistics has become quite essential as a skill set for every human being on planet Earth. So without further ado, let's jump into it and give you an idea of how important statistics has become, not just in the world of mathematics, which is statistics is a part of, but almost in every facet of academia and human endeavor. Let me start with showing you, statistics is everywhere. In the past few years with the COVID, watching TV, you've seen the flattening the COVID-19 curve, charts, graphs, line graphs, plots, everything that's around you that gives you information about the world around you is statistical. So obviously, in order to understand the world around you, it doesn't matter if you're a statistician or a mathematician or an economist or a manufacturer or a nurse or an economist or a banking industry. It doesn't matter what profession you're in, the knowledge of statistics, that skill set is quite essential in your success in your profession and in your understanding of the world around you. Now, before we start, I'd like to show you a couple of quick videos. Statistics a couple of decades ago was probably one of the most unknown subjects. Like if you were a college student, you would hardly ever heard of statistics. But 20 years, 25 years later, statistics has become like the most important general education course that you will ever take. So let's watch a couple of the videos of few of the guys that talked about this a while ago that foresaw the fact that statistics is going to become one of the most important subjects in academia as a whole for any student in any given profession and any given major. So let me start with showing you a couple of videos and a couple of TED Talks I wanted you to listen to.
So if President Obama invited me to be the next czar of mathematics, then I would have a suggestion for him that I think would vastly improve the mathematics education in this country. And it would be easy to implement and inexpensive. The mathematics curriculum that we have is based on a foundation of arithmetic and algebra, and everything we learn after that is building up towards one subject. And at the top of that pyramid, it's calculus. And I'm here to say that I think that that is the wrong summit of the pyramid, that the correct summit that all of our students, every high school graduate should know, should be statistics, probability, and statistics. Don't get me wrong, calculus is an important subject. It's one of the great products of the human mind. The laws of nature are written in the language of calculus. And every student who studies math, science, engineering, economics, they should definitely learn calculus by the end of their freshman year of college. But I'm here to say, as a professor of mathematics, that very few people actually use calculus in a conscious, meaningful way in their day-to-day lives. On the other hand, statistics, that's a subject that you could and should use on a daily basis, right? It's risk, it's reward, it's randomness, it's understanding data. I think if our students, if our high school students, if all of the American citizens knew about probability and statistics, we wouldn't be in the economic mess that we're in today. Not only that, if it's taught properly, it can be a lot of fun. Probability and statistics, it's the mathematics of games and gambling. It's analyzing trends. It's predicting the future. Look, the world has changed from analog to digital. And it's time for our mathematics curriculum to change from analog to digital, from the more classical continuous mathematics to the more modern discrete mathematics, the mathematics of uncertainty, of randomness, of data, in that being probability and statistics. In summary, instead of our students learning about the techniques of calculus, I think it would be far more significant if all of them knew what 2 standard deviations from the mean means, and I mean it. Thank you very much.
All right, let me play this one for you. This was also a TED Talk.
A really warm introduction. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here today with you all talking about a topic that I'm really passionate about. And that's how data science combined with artificial intelligence has us on a precipice of unprecedented change over the course of human history. And if you think real quick, if you look back over some really major changes that have occurred in human history, of course, you've had the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution, as you know, was the first time in which machines began to perform the functions that humans previously did. In this case, manual functions. And at the time, there's a lot of concern as to all the humans would be put out of jobs, there'd be rapid unemployment, but none of that happened. When the Industrial Revolution unfolded, of course, there's some displacement, but what we saw was a huge explosion in new jobs that didn't exist before. We saw people moving from farms into cities. We saw a huge increase in the quality of life, in life expectancy. And that unfolded over about a 90-year period. And then fast forward to about 1950 with the start of the computer revolution. And now we have machines not performing manual functions that humans used to perform, but actually now providing low-level cognitive functions, which freed up people to take on bigger, more challenging problems than they had in the past. Now, fast forward to today, we have the computer revolution. We have the access to information anytime, anywhere, it's at our fingertips. And we have this explosion of new skill sets like data science. This is all coming together to create a scenario where we're about to take significant leaps forward in what we're capable of as humankind.
All right, so I want you guys to watch a couple of these so you can see that, the greats, TED Talks, and everybody is talking about the fact that statistics and the knowledge of statistics is absolutely becoming essential as a skill set in every human being on planet Earth, right? So let me continue showing you a few more pieces of information I've gotten out of the internet and out of what's happening around the globe as far as statistics is concerned. So moving on here, probability and statistics is all around us, whether it's a sporting event or whether it's some kind of a statistical information about the state of any facet of a state or about a disease. Everything comes to you guys as charts and numbers and data, which requires some fundamental knowledge of statistics to understand in terms of what social media or the media itself reports to you. Look at your cell phone. I live in Glendale. You look at the temperatures in 1 week, and if you can do a little histogram for it, you'll notice that even the distribution of temperatures looks like a statistical graph known as the bell-shaped curve, which most people are aware of. Again, data and charts and plots all around us, giving you information about the world around you. Emergence of statistics as a multidisciplinary educational research paradigm. I mean, statistics used to be just statistics for people that wanted to study it, but now it has infiltrated in every field of human endeavor. Statistics plays a vital role in every field of human activity. It helps in determining the existing position per capita income, unemployment, population growth rate, housing, schooling, medical facilities, etc. in a country. It holds a central position in almost every field, including industry, commerce, trade, physics, chemistry, economy, mathematics, biology, botany, psychology, astronomy, etc. So the application of statistics is very wide. It has completely dominated the growth and the success in the field of business, economics. Just read an article recently about economics. Says we're living in a data revolution, and this has important implications for the field of economics. along with the rise of the internet, smartphone, and social media, there's been a boom in both data collection and data processing. For instance, information on human behavior is not only being collected on a new multidimensional scale, but they're becoming more accessible than ever before thanks to the open data movement, in which organizations disclose their data to the public in order to uncover interesting patterns. Governments and social welfare organizations are able to collect information on larger dimensions, reaching new population as collection technology moves from paper to tablets. Finally, classical measures of real economical activities, such as inflation and unemployment, are transformed from slow-moving records into real-time barometers as data moves from quarterly to basically to have data available to you every second in terms of analyzing the market. It's completely revolutionized mathematics, the banking industry, state management, accounting and auditing, natural social sciences, astronomy, and etc. The articles are all around us. Look at the few articles I've collected for you. It says data science is greatly in demand, and data science means in order to work with data, you need to know statistics. Prospective job seekers have numerous opportunities. It is the fastest growing job on LinkedIn and is predicted to create 11.5 million jobs by 2026. This makes data science, ergo statistics, a highly employable job sector. Harvard Business Review said data science has become a revolutionary technology that everyone seems to talk about, hailed as the sexiest job of the 21st century, right? So again, the markings is all over the place. The new emergence of digital humanities. I remember quite a while ago, a few decades ago, if somebody didn't like math and statistics and stuff, they would basically major in humanities and social sciences. But today, the evolution of data and has made it an essential thing in the field of humanities, that if you really want to do research for humanities, in order for you to do it, you need to know statistics, because all you have to work with is data. And the new branch is known as digital humanities. Programs in interdisciplinary humanities. What are digital humanities? In our rapidly digitized world, the better question might be, what is not digital humanities, right? So more articles: digital humanities, text, image, video, and sound. Digital humanities is an umbrella term that describes the use of emerging new digital technologies to transform the way in which members of society can engage with human records, particularly as it records through text, sound, image, and video. More articles on the rise of digital humanities written all over the place, right? I mean, they've been able to take a primitive man and using artificial intelligence and data, be able to figure out how this person would have sounded like at that time, right? It's incredible. Top trends in data analytics 2023. The data and analytics trends covered in the Gartner report can help organizations respond to change, uncertainty, and opportunities. You know, look at the companies and organizations that are looking into this: United Nations, Canon, Direct Relief. Samsung, real-time data and alerting on mobile equipment. Samsung retail to make sure we're not focusing on noise and only on actionable insights. Vancouver International Airport improves passenger experience with analytics, driving to over 20% reduction in minimum connect time. Lenovo transforms data into gold, providing proactive analytics instead of reactive ones. HSBC increased data literacy and demystifying data, empowering its branches and 2,800 users to focus on clients, not hunting data. Harvard Business School online. Welcome to data science for business, right? All these new branches, all these universities, top Ivy League schools are opening new divisions of data science and statistics, because that's the future. Big data and historical social sciences. It's overtaken the historical social sciences as well. Big data and social sciences. Again, lots of articles online on this revolution of data and the skill sets you need to work with data, which is fundamentally statistics. It says the world has changed for empirical social scientists. The new type of big data have generated an entire new research field, that of data science. The world is dominated by computer scientists who have generated new ways of creating and collecting data, developed new analytical statistical techniques, and provided new ways of visualizing and presenting information. The new sources of data and techniques have a potential to transform the way applied sciences is done. So applied sciences of 20 years ago is completely different than what it is today. Computational social sciences, network mapping. How can we avoid another cascading failure of the stock market? Why has the United States become so politically polarized? Where is Ebola to strike next? I mean, all of these questions that people would sit around and debate about now could simply be answered by just looking at data. And to look at data, you need the skill set of statistics. As it says, answers may well be found in the new field of computational social sciences. The growing use of the internet and social media in the past decade has led to an explosion in the amount of social behavioral data that's available to researchers. This in turn has created huge opportunities for social scientists to study human behavior and human interaction in unprecedented detail. Leveraging these opportunities required collaborative, interdisciplinary effort involving computer information scientists, physicists, mathematicians who know how to build the telescope, and economists and political scientists and sociologists who know where to aim it. So you see that incorporation of all the social sciences into a fundamental, a common denominator need of knowing how to work with data, which is statistics. Look at what Moore's law says. It says, it's taken us a couple of 100 years to evolve. As when the technology was created, it took us a couple of 100 years to get to a point where technology was as intelligent as the brain of an insect. But it's predicted that in the next 20 years, we'll get to a plateau where the technology will be as intelligent as the brain of a human being, ergo an artificial intelligence, right? And here's an AI curve in terms of human progress, which says that's how mankind has been evolving. And this is today, and that's us. And because of data and statistics and artificial intelligence, now our progress is just going to be absolutely exponential. Imputation of statistical sequence variance for identification of genetic risk for Parkinson's disease. Now statistics is being used to detect if genetically you're susceptible to catching Parkinson. The entire human resource industry now is based on looking at data. Machine learning, use of statistical methods to analyze microorganisms on polymicrobial environment. A subject that you learn in statistics known as one-way ANOVA is used now to do research on robust and efficient estimation of gene expression and multiple patterns. Google a few years ago bought a artificial intelligence company and invested in it, and they took their entire worldwide cooling apparatus from under control of man to an AI. And the moment AI came on, Google noticed worldwide a 40% drop in their cooling bill, right? Data science, combining engineering and natural sciences. Data science in health, the need for skilled data scientists. In 2011, the McKinsey Global Institute estimated that between 140, 190,000 additional data scientists, i.e., people that know how to do statistics, will need to be trained by 2018 in order to meet the increased demand in academia and industry in the United States alone. To understand society, we must understand data, and to understand data, we must understand statistics. Again, the message is all over the planet, everywhere you can see it. The rise of DNA data storage, converging digital data to biological data, tissue engineering, transdermal patches. These are all being possible, things that you've seen in science fiction movies. They're all possible because of the new technology that's working with data and making all of this possible. Wearable devices, robotic surgery and rehabilitation, nanorobotics, microbubbles. Researchers continue to look at new ways to selectively deliver drugs to specific target areas, all done with data. Prime editing, organ on a chip, mini bioreactors. Data scientists are even in demand on Wall Street. It has completely revolutionized the stock market. how Wall Street is now just crazy looking for data scientists, information security. Data scientists are infiltrating the Wall Street. What's the common denominator behind all of this? When you work with data, the only skill set you need is statistics. Look at what this article says. 5 of the biggest US banks, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, and Merrill Lynch and Citi remain among the top firms that people want to work for. The good news is that they're all hiring, but there's a change. The caveat is that in many cases, the jobs are not going to traders and investment bankers, but people with AI, machine learning skills, data scientists, programmers, and qualified traders. It's incredible. It has completely revolutionized fraud detection, security and management, risk modeling, lending and loan appraisals for real estate industry. Just think about going to marketing and retail. I mean, if you want to do research in marketing and retail in a company and do retail analytics in general, any facet, any branch of that field requires some statistical knowledge of some statistical procedure. You want to do attribution modeling, you need to know Markov chains, which is a statistical procedure. You want to do pricing analytics, you need to know optimization techniques, right? You want to do purchase likelihood, you need propensity models. You want to do cross-selling and upselling, you need to know market basket analysis. So it's incredible how statistics has gone from being one of the least important courses that nobody had even heard of to the cornerstone of the fundamental required skill set for every human being on this planet, right? I mean, look at this marketing, predicting lifetime value of a customer. Look at the value of that. Cross-selling, upselling in traveling industry, dynamic pricing. Imagine that. Predicting flight delays in healthcare, disease predictions, medication effectiveness in sales, discount offering, demand forecasting in credit and insurance industry, claim predictions, fraud and risk detections, automation, self-driving cars, drones, the social media, sentiment analysis, digital marketing, everything you see requires the skill set knowledge of statistics. Statistics, data scientist salary, gotten some information for you guys to look at. You can take a snapshot of the picture and look at these prices. I'm not going to go over it, but look at the US average, $133,000 a year, right? As a statistician, how much do a statistician make? Do your 2023 statistician salary guide, data science salary, how much can you make with a data science degree? 2.7 million career opportunities estimated in data science and analytical roles in 2020, with $165,000 a year average salary. Top industries, energy, insurance, healthcare, retail banking, 28% annual growth. Companies that are hiring: Google, Microsoft, Apple, LinkedIn, Amazon, Instagram, Facebook, Intel, Twitter, IBM, Uber, and a whole lot more. Top companies for data scientists in the United States. Look at that. Look at some of the names up here. The companies that are hiring data scientists or people that know statistics, right? And ultimately, you know, this statistician is one of the fastest growing jobs for the future. So statistics, again, has really become, I think, the cornerstone of academia for any given field, right? And knowledge of it is quite essential if you really want to be a successful person in academia and in society around you, and also for your own family. For you to understand the world around you and what's happening, you need to understand data, because that's how media is communicating the planet to you. And for you to understand it, you need to understand statistics. Thank you.